They're set, racing. And BUSTLER was the first to hit the ground. Tricks of the Trade, Search and rocks away quickly. Here comes Maraschino, bowling across quickly, looking for the front. Following him over now is Massimo. And Comfort Me from its wide gate, driving forward. Tuvalu's up there handy. They're followed further back, El Safina. And over on the outside is the Sydney Galloper Roots, Carly's Karma, Mojo Rhythm, and last of the liner back in the field, Star Trade, Dom to Shoot, Forgot You, and last of all, the Velvet Queen. Settling into stride, nearing the 1,000 here in the Runway Stakes, and the Iron Horse takes over. It's the Warrior Maraschino, 3/4 of a length in front of Massimo. Comfort Me sitting a little bit wide. Over on the rails to Search and rocks down on the inside of Tuvalu. A length and a half away then to BUSTLER. Tricks of the Trade at the 800. Further back behind those came Roots, and also back there is El Safina. So Pike starting to bustle the favourite along in the middle. Mojo Rhythm and Carly's Karma behind those. Out there wider last of the line, and Star Trade, Dom to Shoot, Forgot You, and the Velvet Queen whip them all in at the 500 metre mark, and it's Maraschino. He brings them to the home turn, 3/4 of a length in front of Massimo. Search and rocks is back on the inside, searching for a run. In the middle, Tuvalu. Comfort Me on the outside, sticks on. BUSTLER comes to the outside. Tricks of the Trade getting up near the fence. El Safina's into the clear. Further back is Roots. Maraschino joined by BUSTLER. BUSTLER hits the front down to the 100. Races clear. El Safina's in pursuit, but BUSTLER's going to win the runway. It's BUSTLER. BUSTLER for the Parnham stable beat El Safina. Dom to Shoot from nowhere, grabbing third. Tricks of the Trade, Mojo Rhythm, and from last came the Velvet Queen rattling home. Star Trade, Maraschino, Comfort Me. In behind those with Massimo, Search and rocks, and Tuvalu. Followed further back, Forgot You. Roots well back in the field, last of the line, and Carly's Karma has pulled up to finish at long last. It's a day to remember. BUSTLER, ridden by Stevie Parnham for Neville Parnham, completes the Guineas Railway Double. What a result for trainer Neville Parnham and his son Stevie as they claim the Railway Stakes. Fabulous result. And a brilliant win, beating El Safina and Dom to Shoot. Coming with a run, Tricks of the Trade near the rail, and behind those Mojo Rhythm. A few roughies there. The visitors' Roots well back in the field. Tuvalu could not go on. The interim placings after the running of the Furphy Group 1 Railway Stakes, 8.746 in 1:34.80. 1:34.8 they've run, 35.13 the 600, a length, a long neck of the margins. And Neville Parnham wins a Railway Stakes. The champion trainer here from WA, combining with his son. They've had a great result, of course, in the Guineas over the years, but this one will be special. This will be very special for Neville Parnham today. And Steve, they've had Group 1 success in the weight for age, Kingston Town, now the Northerly. But this one will mean a lot. Let's go to the yard. Lockie's down there. Neville can't be too far away. Lock will take it there with you. Nifty doffs his cap and makes his way now to the winner's enclosure. And this is a very special day in WA racing.
Terribly after what is an emotional victory, Lockie.
Thanks, Gav. Thanks, Darren. I'm now joined by Neville Parnham. Neville, you've been in this game for a long time. Does it get any better than that? WA Guineas or Railway Stakes in combination with your eldest son, Steve.
Yeah, look, it's a big thrill to win this race. It's a time-honoured race, and you know we've had a few cracks and we've come up a little bit short. We've run fair few places, but I thought I had the right horse. I thought he was the major benefit of dropping from the weight for age at 59 to the 53, and whilst you go out there to win those races, you know, there was a little bit of luck that didn't go his way, and it proved beneficial to us today by being able to stay on the limit.
Describe to us and take us into the inner sanctum, your discussions with Steve. 10 minutes before you legged him aboard. Obviously, barrier draws, he was drawn inside, didn't look likely on paper that he'd end up in the position he did. How did he end up in the position he did, and how were you feeling at the 500 metre mark when it was evident that Steve had a lap full of horse underneath him and plenty of room to move?
Look, yeah, there was nothing. I don't give Steve instructions. I don't give any of the boys instructions. They ride a bit better than I used to, so I think they've got it nailed, and Steve always turns up on the big days. I just said, you know, have him forward and you work the rest out, let it unfold as it is, and hopefully we can get the prize. But the next part of the question, I was wrapped when he jumped clean. Then there was a fair bit of speed, as Stephen had thought, coming across, so he was able to sort of then just sort of back off a little bit and take a nice trail. The winning move was down the back when he popped off 3 deep to follow, I think, Comfort Me maybe, which left him in a position to be able to pounce. The only time I got a little bit worried when I saw Willie on his back at about the 850 trying to follow him, and unfortunately for him he couldn't come out and follow him. One came around him, but it was the horse is a good horse. Not many 3-year-olds win weight for age sprint races, and he got the money in the Belmont Sprinter in the winter time. So we were unlucky to run into such a great filly in Amelia's Jewel in the Guineas last year, but he went really well. He ran second, and where we go from here, I'm not sure. But maybe the
Gold Rush.
Maybe the Gold Rush. Maybe the changes its name every year. But the Northerly, but big decision for Stephen to make. Yeah.
It was obviously a sentimental win from the perspective of the fact that your eldest son Steve rode him, and obviously in the Guineas as well, but also it's for one of your lawless owners and long-time owners in Santo Waliardo. How special is that for Santo?
Yeah, look, terrific, and a great supporter of the stable. Each and every year since he's became associated with me, we've been able to come up with something that can gallop, and this is obviously the pinnacle of it. So he's been well rewarded, and he absolutely enjoys it, and a big thank you to him, and obviously also to the team back home. They've done a fantastic job with these horses, and really appreciate their help.
Congratulations, Neville. That's an outstanding result, an outstanding day, and I can see your son Chris almost in tears as well. So it's just an outstanding result for the family. Well done.
Cheers, thank you.
There's Neville Parnham after an outstanding Railway Stakes win. I said only half an hour ago, it's the only race left not on Neville Parnham's mantelpiece, and only half an hour later he gets the job done with Bustler and in combination with his eldest son Steve. Here's Michael Heaton.
Well, I think Stevie's just going to treat himself to a little Powerade first after the sweat to get down to 53 kilos, and he's getting a lot of congratulations now, as you'd understand, and we'll grab a quick word from him straight after that. He's donned the Furphy cap, and Stevie, wow. So you're getting congratulations from absolutely everybody here, and Jess as well, of course, his wife, and the kids are here. A real family affair. He's won his dad's first Railway Stakes, Stevie's first Railway Stakes. Stevie, well, you're emotional after the Guineas. What about that? Talk us through the run you had in Transit firstly. Barrier 2, how did you end up there in that perfect position?
Yes, it just worked well, you know. Probably wasn't plan A either, so sometimes you just ride on instinct, and that's what Dad does. He just lets me go out there. I do my form. I just sort of let those first early ones go, and there just was a bit of a group, and there was Comfort Me 3 deep, and I thought, I'm following him because he's going to get me into the race, and I won't have to come off his backs any earlier than I need to. And I'll tell you, in the run, I was pretty excited, you know. So when I gave him a squeeze, he flew, and hold on, boy.
You work extremely closely with your dad. You both had this horse pegged as a potential Group 1 type very early on, didn't you?
He was a tremendous 3-year-old, and he would have been a Guineas winner had not been Amelia's Jewel's year. So it's the way the cookie crumbles. You run into some champions sometimes, and he performed very well, but he had come back much bigger and stronger and mature as a 4-year-old. And his first few runs were building. He didn't draw the right gates, didn't have the right conditions, but it was a process to get to today. He wasn't peaking until this run, and Dad's a master. You know, like, I can't have any more admiration for how he gets his horses ready, and I'm able to ride them in tip-top condition.
The Parnham name is synonymous with WA racing. You're the oldest son, your first railway, but how much does it mean to win this race for your dad? He's achieved everything in WA racing except a railway, and you've just won it for him.
Yeah, I've said for a few years now that this is the race I want to win before I finish riding. Not that I plan on finish riding soon, but it's our most historic race, and I feel the hardest one to win. There's just so many things that need to go right, and he just had the right thing, the right weight, the right barrier, ended up with the right run, and got the right result, so I was on the right horse.
Chris looked extremely emotional as well. I think he finished midfield, and he was just wrapped for you and your dad, and your wife Jess was just as happy as you were. They ride all the bumps with you, don't they, family? And in moments like this, it's just the pinnacle.
It is. Like, we're competitors out there, brothers, but we lean on each other's shoulders, you know. Without each other, I don't reckon we'd be the riders we are. As much as you know, we're out there to beat each other. Like, Chris was on favourite in the Guineas, and I had to go out there and beat him, you know. So it goes that way, but we carry each other through, like you said, the rough times and inspiration and all that. Like, when they're on top, it pushes me to go harder, you know, because I don't want to be falling too far behind the wagon there. So yeah, no, we've all had good careers, the family, and dad, training career, outstanding. Mum, I can't thank my mum enough, you know. She's the backbone of the Parnham family, you know. Whenever everyone needs something, she's there for us, whether it's dad, my brothers, you know, grandchildren, whatever. Without her, like, the train doesn't probably roll on. So yeah, we all work together, and it's results like this that really capture it.
Well, you've won Group 1s before, but this could be your finest hour. A Guineas and a railway for your father, Neville. Congratulations, Stevie. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Steve Parnham, winning rider. What a day that family have had. And it culminates here. Amazingly that he'd never won Neville Parnham a railway prior to today. And it was fitting and appropriate. As Jim Killen would say, that's not a good story, we are in trouble.
Exactly right, Gav. I can't believe that I was only posing the question to Neville half an hour ago, 35, 40 minutes ago. I asked, you'd never won a railway. What are your expectations with BUSTLER? And then BUSTLER comes out, and Steve Parnham, what a ride. I still have no idea how he ended up in the position he was, but an 11 out of 10 ride, as Neville touched upon. Steve, he just shows up on these big days, and I don't think we'd see a more popular result here this afternoon at Ascot.
And magnificent sentiments, were they, to thank his mum?
Oh, 100%. Look, Carroll's, everyone is such a loved family in WA racing. It's synonymous with the Parnhams. So well respected. The three boys are just, they're a chip off the old block, and just, as someone said to me when they walked in the yards before, one of the good guys won at least. So it's just everyone just has that feeling about the Parnhams. They're a really important family for WA racing. He's a Hall of Famer, Group 1 trainer, and now he's won a railway. You just couldn't script it.
Amazingly, 10 of the past 20 runnings of this race have been won by 4-year-olds. He was the sole 4-year-old in this year's railway.
There you go, and he salutes. And I just can't get over how good that ride was from Stevie Parnham. Gav, you're not from here in WA, but you can feel the energy in the air. You can feel how happy everyone is for Neville and Steve, can't you?
And there's similar families, of course, over in the east. And, you know, a number of them, New South Wales, Victoria, and everywhere. But there is something special when they combine on a big day and they're all here to enjoy it.
On a race that they've never won before, and yet they've won everything. It's just an incredible result.
What about the scenes when they came back and said, here is your winning rider, Steve Parnham? The crowd stood up.
I know. I think everyone's forgotten about the Guineas as well. That was only half an hour ago. That's quickly forgotten about, but with Zip away. But just what an hour. This is Steve Parnham's finest hour on the track, no doubt. He's won some Kingston Towns formerly in the past, but look, he's won. I think he won 2 Kingston Towns on BUSTLER's sire and Playing God, who himself was prepared by Neville. So there's a lot of synergy with the Parnhams in this race. It's just fantastic.
You say it's been a big hour. It's been a $2 million hour for the Parnhams. And we've still got one more race to come this afternoon from Ascot, and that is due in 16 minutes when we return. Runners won't be too far away from coming into the yard on what is Parnham Day here at Ascot.
Please make welcome Perth Racing Chair Colin Brown.
Thank you very much, Tim. Great day, great family and great result. The Runway Stakes is Perth's oldest Group 1 race, first run in 1887. Now in its 136th year, The Furphy Railway Stakes carries $1.5 million in stakes, making it one of the richest 1600 metre handicaps races in Australia. Today's Furphy Railway Stakes winner joins an